Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nono, and I'm back with another video. I'm super excited for today's video. We're going to be trying the neon glow effect or neon glow sign effect. And I've always wanted to try this, but I've struggled for the longest time. That is until Tino Vo posted a tutorial on his Instagram page and he broke it down so easily, and I just had to try it out. I love Tino so much, like I'm obsessed. I wish we were besties. His brain is just amazing when it comes to all the beautiful nail art stuff that he's just able to push out. It's absolutely amazing. Now I did go off camera and attach my nails. They are a little bit too long. We're going to trim them down. I also want to do some acrylic nails today. I feel like I haven't done acrylic nails on my channel for the longest time, so we're going to be doing some acrylic nails for today. Now first things first, let's cut these babies down. So we're gonna just fine up this shape and just crispen it up a bit. And to do that, I'm just gonna use my hand file. I'm also just going to go in with a buffing block and just buff away the shine on the rest of the nail, just so the acrylic doesn't slip around too much. So I quickly went off camera and just did these two nails just to practice, because I was a little bit worried. I haven't worked with acrylic in a bit, but not bad at all. I'm very happy with the application. So now I'm going to continue doing the rest of my nails. And as you guys know, I prefer starting my application on the cuticle area. I just find that it goes quickly for me when I do it this way, and it's just easy for me to manage the bead. And then I drag it down, and I also try and point my nail down as well. I seem to have like tiny chunks of glitter in this acrylic powder, but that's okay because I'm gonna cover it all up anyway with some black gel polish. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the little chunks of glitter. It just had to be there. It just had to be there. Alright guys, so this is how my nails are looking now after the acrylic application. Not bad at all. I am gonna just file them a little bit just to smoothen them out. I think I'm gonna start with the e-file today and then go in afterwards with the hand file. My girl Doreen is still alive and kicking.
How did we get here? It's not like I've been gone that long. I hate this being on and off. Why'd you disappear? I needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more honest.
After all that filing, this is how my nails are looking at this point. I am so happy with this shape. I love a perfect square extra long acrylic set. It just makes me so happy. And now I'm gonna apply a thin layer of my protein bond. This is just to help with adhesion because I'm going to be going in with a black gel polish. And you guys, I ran out of my favorite black gel polish, which is this one from Modelones. There is a little bit left in there, but I try to use it mostly for nail art. But this was my favorite black gel polish. But I had to run to my Planet Nails store and I just picked up a small bottle of a black gel polish from them. I will show you the opacity of this one. It's much more opaque than this one, but I'm still able to work with it either way. So I'm gonna just continue applying that protein bond. As you guys can see, this black gel is quite sheer, not opaque. I always confuse the word sheer and opaque. This black gel polish is a very sheer, like very transparent, which is actually not a bad thing. It just means I'm gonna have to build up the opacity a bit more, which I actually don't mind at all. So I'm going to apply a thin layer of this, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna cure this for 60 seconds just to be sure and just make sure everything is cured perfectly, and then I'm gonna apply the rest of the other coats off camera. This is how the nails are looking at this point. I went in with 2 more coats, so 3 coats altogether. Again, as I showed you, the black that I'm using is quite sheer, so I really wanted a good coverage. Notice how this gel kind of looks matte a little. I find that so interesting, and it doesn't have a tacky layer, which again, it kind of trips me a bit because I've never I've never worked with a gel that doesn't have a tacky layer. Now I'm going to cleanse the nail and just remove that tiny bit of stickiness. Not that there is any, but I'm just gonna quickly cleanse them and then just make sure that they are completely dry. And I'm gonna go in with my dusty crusty nail buffer and all I'm doing in this step is just removing a bit of the shine.
Time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more
So after I've buffed the nails, this is how they are looking. Not bad at all. Again, the only purpose I opted for this instead of applying matte top coat is because the neon pigments are definitely going to stick onto my matte top coat. I've tried it before and they always stick, so I just opted to just buff the shine away. Now it's time to do the actual lettering and the nail art. To do that, I'm going to be using a pure white gel polish, which I have here on my palette. And in Tino's video, he did the letter LOVE, which is love, and on the thumb he did a big heart with a couple of hearts on the side, and I really liked it, so I'm gonna try and recreate pretty much the exact same way he did it because I just thought it was so cute.
How did we get here? It's not like I've been gone that long. I hate this being on and off. Why'd you disappear? I needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more honest. I'm finding it hard to trust anyone outside of us. Dripping colors of different shades. It's not complicated. You'll find your way drifting on a different plane of realities and possibilities. Dripping colors of different shades. It's not complicated. You'll find your way drifting on a different plane of realities and possibilities.
So, oh my goodness, this was so hard to do, you guys. The hearts, I underestimated how long this would take, but I did the bigger heart in the center and I did the smaller ones that are like, you know, an outline basically. And I just realized that I can't do the same like with the other hearts. It's just gonna take too long, so I just made I made solid hearts for the rest. I also just decided to go with tiny 4-point stars, and overall I'm really happy with how the nails are looking. I'm happy with the fonts I chose, even though they might not match exactly, but I I did my best. For the next step, I'm gonna use the milky white gel polish and I'm gonna show you guys what you do with it. I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my palette just so I have easier access to it. We are going back into all the nail art, and I don't know how I would explain this, but we are outlining it, yes, with the milky white. At this point, I cure them for 30 seconds just so I've got a nice tacky layer. Now we're gonna go in with the pigment powders, which I have already opened up for easy access. I'm gonna go in with just like a fluffy brush to do the pigment application. And I think with Tino, he used acrylic powders. He always recommends acrylic powders because he says they're better for this type of nail art, but unfortunately I don't have colored acrylics, so I'm just gonna go with the pigment powders. The trick is just to make sure that your brush is nice and fluffy, and then dab off to the side so you don't have too much powder on your brush, because it just takes away or it becomes too blotchy. That's for lack of a better word. So as you can see, I picked up very little. I'm gonna go in with multiple colors per letter because I noticed that he did the same for his and they looked really, really nice.
How did we get here? It's not like I've been gone that long. I hate this being on and off. Why'd you disappear? I needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more honest. I'm finding it hard to trust anyone outside of us. Dream pink colors of different shades. It's not complicated. You'll find your way drifting on a different plane of realities and possibilities. Dream pink colors of different shades. It's not complicated.
After I was done with the pigments, I just quickly went around and cleaned up. And while I was cleaning up, I realized a mistake I made. I should have done all the nail art on top of non-wipe top coat. That way I wouldn't have areas where the pigment powders stuck into like the black as much, because I feel like now some of the pigment powders stuck onto the black more than I would have liked. And the whole reason that I didn't apply matte top coat was because I didn't want this to happen. So I guess the type of black polish I'm using now, it still has a little bit of tack to it. And yeah, it's looking kind of messy right now, but I'm hoping that's gonna work to my advantage in that it will add to like the whole glow effect. Now we're gonna go and do the tiny lines inside, and this is where you kind of tie it all together and it gives it that glow in the dark effect or neon glow effect. So let's jump into that.
It's not like I've been gone that long. I hate this being on and off. Why'd you disappear? I needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more honest. I'm finding it hard to trust anyone outside of us. needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean I had let go. I think that both of us need to be more honest. I'm finding it hard to trust anyone outside of us. Dream pink colors all different shades. It's not complicated. You'll find your way drifting on a different plane of realities and possibilities. Dream pink colors all different shades. It's not complicated. You'll find your way drifting on a different plane.
I won't lie, there was a point where I nearly gave up because I just thought it didn't look nice. I think that the option of going with the shiny top coat instead of the matte was a good one, because the shiny top coat kind of sealed and melted all the imperfections, which were mainly just the pigment powder being all over the place. But now when I actually look at the nails, I didn't even have to worry about cleaning them up on the side, because that kind of adds to the glow. It gives it that effect of glowing, whereas you'll see the ones that I've cleaned up, they're too clean and it doesn't have that much of a glow. For example, the E, you can see it's got a lot of imperfections, but it looks like it's glowing more. Definitely cleaned up too much when it came to the thumb. Boy, I'm hippie. They look me cute. I'm so hippie.
How did we get here? It's not like I've been gone that long. I hate this being on and off. Why'd you disappear? I needed time to be alone. It doesn't mean
Well, that's it for this week's video, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please do me a huge favor and click that like button. It helps me out a whole lot. Most importantly, please click that subscribe button. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers and I'm just beyond excited. So thank you so much for subscribing and liking and watching my videos. It means a whole lot. I'm gonna see you guys real soon on the next one. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. Bye, guys.
different